What is going on in the NBA? Please don't mind that I look terrible right now. It is currently 11 p.m. and I'm only surviving off of Red Bull. We are only 5 games into the NBA season, so I do just want to clarify and say I'm not trying to what's the word? What is it again? Oh, overreact. I'm not trying to overreact to just the only 5 games we've seen so far, because let's all be real here. The NBA changes, okay? Teams get off to a hot start. Teams get off to a slow start. It all obviously changes, okay? I'm not trying to be that guy that overreacts 5 games in the season, but there are some crazy things so far that we've seen that we need to talk about. One of those things being that the Spurs are currently tied for 2nd in the Western Conference. I don't know how they even managed to win 3 games. That's just crazy to me. The Spurs, who basically traded away their whole team in order to tank, try to get Victor Wembanyama, or just in general a good pick in next year's draft, somehow has already won 3 of their 4 games and isn't actually looking like that bad of a team. Now, I'm not going to say the teams they went up against were super good, because let's be honest, they weren't that good. I mean, the Hornets, the Pacers, the 76ers, and the Timberwolves, you know what? Actually, some of them were good. Shoot. 2 of those teams are actually pretty good. And I'm not going to lie, that actually scares me a lot more than I thought. I didn't know that they went up against 2 good teams. But the Spurs somehow doing good. I don't know if their ownership and management and GM is happy to see that they're doing good, because let's all be honest here. They really want to get Victor Wembanyama, and who doesn't? And not only are the Spurs doing good, which is, you know, a team that we thought would be tanking and obviously not start off the season on a good note, but the Utah Jazz are also 3-1. What is happening? Like I said, only 4 games, 5 games into the season. Not gonna overreact here, but the Utah Jazz have beat the Denver Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Pelicans. They lost to the Rockets. They beat 3 teams that people are saying might be in the conference finals, might be in you know, that end run, which is crazy. Lauri Markkanen is going insane right now. And I'm not gonna lie, I said it on Twitter. I believe that as of right now, 4 games into the season, like I said, not overreacting, he should win the most improved player award. You know, I see a lot of people saying that Tyrese Halliburton is in the lead for it and that he should win it, but Lauri Markkanen should by far win the award if we're talking about right now, if the season ended in just the 4 games that it's been going on. Once again, I feel like this is overreacting to the maximum, but Jordan Clarkson is playing insane. It's overall kind of crazy to see how good they're playing for a team that everyone thought would just be at the bottom of the league for the whole season. You know, pretty crazy to see. Now, what I do want to talk about is teams that were expected to start good and were terrible. I want to start off with the Lakers. Now, I know that everyone always hypes up the Lakers to be this amazing team every year, and everyone always knows they're not going to be good. Okay, but the Lakers starting off 0-3 kind of blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie. I expect them to start off the season pretty good, and then later on in the season start to kind of fall out because of like injuries and stuff like that. But they start off 0-3, which kind of blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie to you. Also want to talk about the 76ers, who start off 1-3, which is kind of crazy considering the teams that they lost to, which they lost to the Celtics, the Bucks, the Spurs, and they beat the Pacers. But teams that people had predicted to see the Sixers match up against when it comes to playoffs, like the Bucks and Celtics, once again, God, I feel like I am just over exaggerating so hard right now. I promise. I just want to talk about the NBA and how the season has started, okay? Leave me alone. Now, let's talk about the biggest sleeper team in the league, because can someone drug test the entire Trailblazers team? They start off 4-0, which blows my mind. And you know what? I'm going to say it right now. I believe that the Kings should have beat them in the first game, but you know, we're going to get into that later. The Trailblazers beat the Kings, Suns, Lakers, and Nuggets, which, not going to lie, looking at those teams and their standings and how they played so far, it's not that crazy of a beginning. There's teams going up against way harder teams, which lead to them having a worse record, like the Kings. I'm going to get into that because I believe the Kings have been actually scammed. I believe they've been scammed. The Grizzlies have started off in pretty much, I think a lot of people expect them to be. John Morant is absolutely killing it right now, which is crazy. We could actually see an MVP season from John Morant. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't know where this video is going. I really don't know. The Pelicans. I do want to talk about the Pelicans, who are currently 2-1 right now. And I just want to talk about, we just heard today that Brandon Ingram suffered a concussion and is currently in like the concussion health and safety protocol thing, which I didn't even know existed until now. But Zion also suffered some weird like hip contusion thing, which I tried looking up and I couldn't find any word about it, even though I just saw it a couple days ago. I don't know how the Pelicans are going to perform. Okay, everyone always talks about how crazy the Pelicans are going to be this year. Zion's back, Brandon Ingram's looking good, but are we really convinced that Zion Williamson can be healthy for a full season, let alone a whole postseason? I don't know. Everyone always talks about Anthony Davis not being healthy, but I mean, Zion is kind of more of a health risk than AD if we really look at it. I don't know how confident I am in the Pelicans so far, seeing AD get injured, Jesus Christ, seeing Zion get injured and also seeing Brandon Ingram kind of suffer that, you know, weird injury. I don't know how crazy I am on the Pelicans right now. I'm a little iffy on them. I'm a little iffy on them right now. The Timberwolves have really let me down recently. You know, with 2 of their wins being against the Oklahoma City Thunder, which, let's all be honest, they shouldn't even count as a team to beat. I mean, that should be an automatic win for any team that goes up against them. They lost to the Utah Jazz, which, sure, Rudy Gobert is very happy about that one. And they lost to the Spurs, which I don't know how crazy of a sample size that is, but to lose to the 2 bad teams in the league, you know, teams that were expected to be tanking, the Timberwolves should be 4-0. The Timberwolves should literally be 4-0 right now, and instead they're 2-2. Don't know how to feel about that. A little weird, you know, no, just a little weird for them to start off like that. Now, I do want to talk about the Kings. As a Kings fan, it hurt to see us give up 89 points in 1/2 to the Warriors, okay? The only reason why I'm not so upset about it is because I think we scored like 78 or something. I don't know. I was sick. I was in bed watching. I actually fell asleep during the 3rd quarter, but we ended up only losing by 5 points, which not that bad. You know, all the Kings games that I've been seeing, you know, all these games I've been watching, all these people talking about the Kings games, the Kings have only lost by a couple points in each game, and they're 2 really good teams. I feel like, you know, the Kings are able to clean it up and you know, actually have that good team that Mike Brown is trying to build, and you know, all this stuff like defense and stuff. I believe the Kings can actually be a good team, and I think that we're off to a rough start. Okay, Kings, things will get better, man. Things will get better. Surely, please get better. I can't watch another year of you guys missing the playoffs, man. Please just get better. The Celtics are looking good, which I actually didn't expect, seeing, you know, the whole coaching thing happen. I was a little bit iffy on the Celtics, okay? I was, because of the whole coaching thing. I felt a little bit weird about it, but they're doing good. They're doing just fine. Ben Simmons isn't looking like all that, which I'm a little upset about because I had high hopes for Ben Simmons. I like an underdog, okay? I'm an underdog guy, and Ben Simmons not playing for a whole year, having everyone in the NBA world hate him. I want him to come back and be the prime Ben Simmons, but it's really not looking like that. He almost has more fouls than he does points so far in the league, or in the year, which is kind of mind-blowing. So yeah, Ben Simmons been very upsetting recently, but you know, Kevin Durant, Kyrie, they stay doing their thing, which, you know, they can carry Brooklyn to a play-in spot at least. The Miami Heat, which I'm not going to overreact to the Miami Heat going 1 for 3 because they've gone up against really good teams. They played the Celtics and lost. They played the Bulls and lost. They played the Raptors twice and won once, lost the other one. I'm not going to overreact to that because they played very solid teams. I think a lot of people look at the record right away and don't look at the teams played and automatically make assumptions out of that. Like, for example, if you look at the Knicks, they started off 2-1. 2 of the teams that they beat were the Magic and Pistons. So New York, let's relax a little bit, okay? 15 games in the season, you're going to be looking at Victor Wembanyama, okay? Let's just take a little chill pill, okay? But with that being said, I really don't know where this video was going. I just want to talk about the NBA going into the season. We're only a couple games in. I want to talk about it. I want to see how everything's going, you know? And I want you guys to tell me what you guys think about the NBA so far. What are your sleeper teams? What are your opinions on teams that are doing good or bad so far? But be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next video. And yeah, I'm back. Sorry for missing a couple days. I was very sick. Later. And also, I am so happy to see the Lakers 0-3.